wood is shite. So, I'm going to use my fat wood to make a couple of stakes. At the top of your stake where you're going to hit it in, you should always bevel it off a bit so it doesn't snap when you're knocking it in. Sorry, I've got to get some stakes made. I've had 3 of them made. The wood is so shit. I have to use my stakes, my fat wood to make stakes. Source machine has been doing good. Sorry for getting rained on. Yeah, if you're gonna make a stake, the part you're gonna hit, always bevel it off a bit because it will probably break on you. So always do that to the end. I've gathered some fat wood, some firewood. I wanted to have the view of the lake, but the wind's blowing this way, but now it's changed to this way. So I've had to face away from the lake. Now I'm just going to point the ends. I'm a bushcrafter. I don't bring stakes with me. I make them. It's quite easy. Saves the weight carrying it. You got square sticks. Just round them off a little. Sorry, I just gotta hurry, make some stakes. And then after you round them off, so I just gotta get stuck into this. Have to use the fat wood to make stakes because wood really is too rotten shit house. I'm halfway around the lake. My stepfather watched me put up the ridgeline. And he goes, "What are you doing?" I said, I started laughing at him because he goes, "Is that the way Irish people do it?" And I started laughing at him. I said, "What?" Because I twisted, first I made a loop for that side. And then on this side, I twisted it around 5 times. And he's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "It wasn't what I'm doing. I'm in a ridgeline." He's like, you got to put it through the loops. I said, no, you don't. You make it big enough first. I said, look, just leave it alone. He's like, your funeral. I'm like, whatever. So then I wrapped it around 5 times and then put it through the loop that I wrapped it around 5 times and then at the start put it through and pulled it. And I went, ding! And he's like, okay, smart. I said, what? How do you do it? Yeah, don't worry about it. I said, I won't. Okay, this one has to go into a point here. It started to spit, so I don't know if it's going to rain or not. There he goes. My stepfather goes, oh, it's not going to rain anymore today. I said, yeah, thanks for saying that. He goes, why? I said, because now it's going to rain. Okay, so I just made 3 of these into this. Okay, so we got 3 points, and I beveled the ends off. Now I've just got to get the saw. I just got to stick on my lap. Amia from HAHAHA. What you do is you can do it with a knife, but I'm just sawing in just a little bit, straight in. You just saw straight in, and then you go up on an angle. Have a steak. So let's just make 3 of those. There's the second one. Why allow doxing? What do you mean? What doxing? Amir from... Oh, is that Amy's address, is it? Hang about. Excuse me. Hide user from channel. My apologies, I didn't know, I just thought it was someone talking. No doxing on my channel, thank you very much. If there's any mods watching, I don't care if it's someone you do like, someone you don't like, do not allow addresses. Okay. Alright. Now these little bits that I've created, I'm just going to put there and won't gather any. I'll just put it into my hand. Not much that I can salvage there. I've made a space here that I can make a fire. I'll just lift you up. This way, let me clean it. I've still got to hammer down this end of the tarp. Ooh. Okay. Oh, look at all this fat wood, little shavings. Let me just grab as many as I can, and then I'll show you. Because that's good coals for the fire. And then I got to get a fire going ASAP. You might as well just salvage some of this fat wood. See what I mean? As you can see, you probably see the sky. It's very drizzly and yucky looking, but that's the fun of it. You know what I mean? Coming out when the weather's not the best. And I decided to not bother ringing Hayden. And I've been dropped off, so there's no car to hide in after I stop streaming. There's no nothing. Just grab a couple more pieces because I'm going to use a ferrocerium rod to start the fire. I won't use a lighter. But I'm not going to start with this flint and steel business in this sort of wind. I'm having enough trouble just getting the tarp to stay down. I did try to put it down this side to have the view on the other side. And I couldn't, and every time I made a stake, it would fucking snap because all the wood's rotten. You know, another thing my stepfather did, he goes and gets a big log that's sitting at the shore. And I'm like, the water's been hitting that, you dopey fuck. I don't know how he gets by camping. He's like, it'll dry out, I suppose. It's not going to help much getting a fire, but... Alright, so... Okay, so I've got all them little shavings there, and I just picked up that stuff, so I'll just cover it up. And we've got 1, 2, they're the bits I cut off, so that's good. I can keep the bits I cut off. Where's my other steak? I made 3. There it is. Ugh. The ground's really shit. This way, I'm just gonna fix that steak. Ugh. Needs to be a bit more pointy than that. Okay, that's better. 1 second. Alrighty. Yeah, I gathered some firewood. There's a lot of firewood around. Now this has come off the fucking ridgeline. That's supposed to be over the ridgeline. I'll fix that in a minute. So what do? I leave my knife out. Don't leave your knife out. Always have a rubbish bin. That's one thing people forget. Ugh. Get over there. Get over the top, you bastard. Right, that's better. The reason why you see some colourful things sitting out, because I'm leaving the charging stuff out. It's starting to rain. Give me a second. Sorry. The ground is horrible. It's way too soft, right? And then it's way too hard. It's really soft, and then after the soft, it's really hard. So I made a longer one for the end here. Hopefully that's long enough. I can't believe in the end of this knife, this is what comes with it. What the fuck is that? It looks like a bread knife to me. Alright, mister. Because the end of it here, the other two are like, they need to have shorter stakes because the ground is really soft and then like cement. But the end here, just wait, that needs to go up a bit more. But the end here seems to be deeper. So let's try it out. Let's try this out. Yeah, you see? It's much deeper here. Much deeper. It's like cement now. Okay, right. We achieved the stakes. I would have preferred it. I mean, if I had another tree, I would have put it up. I was thinking, I really did want to. See, there you go. See, I really did want to have it sitting up on the water side. So my first plan, when I first made, let me turn it around. When I first made the ridge line from this tree to this tree, my plan was to have it down how it is. Yeah, I know that one needs to come. That one needs to come out, but I doubt further. But whatever. This is my. This is okay. There's my whatever you call it, and then here's the lake. There's a chair down there, and then the town's over there. Gee, the sky, look at the sky, oh my god. Yeah, so, yeah, the sky. And as you can see, yeah, I'm surrounded by bush, there's no road, there's no nothing. And back to my things. So yeah, I'm completely surrounded by bushland. The road's that way somewhere. Check this out. So yeah, so there's my little home. Here's the river, and there's town over there. If I can zoom in. Yeah, so look at that. Bloody hell, tea bags all around. So there's town over there. See, there's a white building. So yeah, can you see how high the river rose? Look at that. Look at the tree line. I meant lake. And look at this. Look at that. I was going to make a camp chair, but number one, there's already a chair here. But number two, everything seems to be pretty rotten. So, yeah, making a camp chair, all you do is, oh my God, I left my knife out my sheath again. All you do is get, say you got, this way, say you got 3 sticks, 1, 2, 3, say you got 3 sticks, you put them together and you just weave in and out a few times, then you do a cobra knot or whatever, or do a knot where you can't undo it, and then you sit it up, you stand it up, and then you end up with, this way, you end up with that, you end up with it, where's my hand, you end up with it like this, you know, like that, and then you just get a stick, like a round log or something, you know, or a flat rock from a stream, and you just sit it on there, and bam, you have a seat. But everything's too rotten. Look at the, see that? Look at the steam, the, what do you call it? All that there, it should look like trees like that, but look how frosty it is. Look at that. You know what that means, don't you? It's not frost. That's what you call rain, and it's coming this way. Because the wind is blowing this direction. That is not frost, that is rain. I can feel it on me already. Yeah. One big mistake I made. Oh, look at that. Let's go get that and drag it. Look at that big stick. One big mistake I made. I came out on an empty stomach, which is really silly. It hasn't rained the whole time I've been here, so let's see. And I haven't got my gloves on either, but we'll see. Always have your gloves on, always have your knife on you, you know, all that sort of stuff. Don't do what I do. Yep, the middle stake's gone again. Alrighty. Alrighty, that's good. Let's come out again. This one's nicely in there. Yeah, I tied this nicely up and put a toggle through this side. This side needs to come out further. The middle's disappeared. But yeah, we should get a fire going soon. I'm not really fussed about the middle bit. I'll fix it later. I'm going to peanut ass. Nice. Nice. Very one. I'm gonna go because you aren't being very nice to me. Might come back later. Depends how nice you are. I've got to make another long steak to fix my mistake, and then I've got to make a fire and get some damper ready. Vinny! Oh, thanks, baby. Yeah, I made a. Yeah, just as you know, I just dragged this one over. I got my bucko Laplander, so I'll cut that up. Got this. I'm gonna make a fire here because I'm not gonna have a fire overnight because you know, I could catch the whole place alight. But I've got the -5 sleeping bag, as well as I've got that emergency bivvy. The emergency bivvy to go over it. Where is it? It's really windy. It's so annoying. But anyway, yeah, I got the emergency bivvy, and we'll see. So yeah, babe. If I do need you, just remember, I will go up to the road and I will turn the light on so it goes red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. And if I don't have that, I will have some sort of torch. I'll go up to the road if I need you. All right. If I don't need you, I'll ring you just before I go to bed. Okay, baby. Don't be afraid of the rain. I'm not afraid of the rain. Alright. I love you, baby. Bye, guys. I'll see you after. I'll go live again when I'm making some damper. Don't listen to them, babe. Love you. Bye.